Hey, howdy, and a big welcome back to Clemhawks, folks. I'm Yak, back home finally after the rodeo in, Medicine Hat this weekend. And we are ready to talk about some Blue Jays news. Well, you know, it's rumor season, and it would be far-fetched for a fan north of the border of the MLB not to be talking about the Blue Jays at some point, and that's exactly what we're going to do here, talking about the latest rumor about an hour ago from the time I'm doing this video at 5:17 Mountain Time, according to Jon Heyman of MLB Network. That is a treasure trove Twitter feed right now if you are a baseball fan for all these rumors. Anyways, folks, if you're new to the channel, what I want you to do before we get into it is just take the next 5-10 minutes, whatever it takes me to get through this, and consider subscribing, sticking around, hanging out with us, because we've been having an excellent time doing it. If you haven't already seen a Clem Hawks video, hey, you know what? You know what to expect. If you have, if not, sit down, buckle up. It's a good old Canadian boys and a good old Midwest guy from America talking about sports. Let's get to it. Jon Heyman. Blue Jays have been looking for big pen help, starter, and a lefty bat. And right now, when it comes to solving that lefty bat, that seems like the most applicable thing the Blue Jays are going to be able to do here at this MLB trade deadline, just based on the price for starters and quality pitchers. So the Blue Jays looking at Ian Happ. That's long been rumored, but now we also have who else is kind of involved, and that's the point of the video, right? You saw the title. It's big and shouty, but you also see that the Braves and Brewers and Padres are all involved in my title as well. Specifically, it's rumor season. Let's get everybody involved. I know what I'm doing. I'm not a hack here on YouTube. I might look like one with the green screen up because I am a hack. I deleted Clem's banner that I've been using up there for the last little while. Forgive me, friends, if you're back from the subscribers, because, hey, you know what? You do stupid things when you're trying to clear space in a rodeo situation, trying to live stream off the laptop. Anyway, Ian Happ, right? Padres, Brewers, Braves, Blue Jays. That's your crop. That is who are really interested in Ian Happ of the Chicago Cubs, who has one more hit than games played, so averaging more than a hit per game this season. 98 games played, 99 hits, 25 doubles, 2 triples, 9 home runs, and 46 RBIs with a 280 average, 361 on base, and 438 slugging. So you're talking about a guy who is almost going up there and putting up enough to be an 800 OPS hitter as a center fielder. That's not a bad get for a guy that realistically, right, only has 9 home runs. The doubles help significantly. He scored 45 runs. He has 354 at-bats this season. He has been of good substance use for the, Chicago Cubs so far, hopefully for the Toronto Blue Jays here in a moment. Ian Happ there in second place for walks on the Cubs, second place in strikeouts, but you got to consider on the Cubs, the third place, Wilson Contreras, has only played 85 games and has 82. Fourth place has 78 in Christopher Morel, and he's only played 63 games. And first place, Patrick Wisdom, has 129. So settling in with the games played lead, Ian Happ not striking out nearly as bad as some of his teammates, so doing not too bad at all on the Chicago Cubs, who are 41 and 59 on the season. So there you go, folks. That's what you need to know about Ian Happ. The question becomes with him, where the heck does he play? Raimel Tapia has been absolutely phenomenal for the Blue Jays in the month of July, even though it's coming to a close, and that very well might come to a close itself. Who knows? Who knows? At the same time, George Springer is your everyday center fielder. At the same time, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is your everyday left fielder. At the same time, Teoscar Hernandez is your everyday right fielder. Your infield's complicated as it can be, and your catching situation is even more complicated. So for the Blue Jays, Ian Happ solves the problem. 100% he does. But does he add enough of a solved problem situation that you have to go out there and create an even more weird dynamic within your team? Because Ian Happ is not a guy that you're going to be playing behind George Springer or Raimel Tapia if you pay the premium on the market for him. And that, my friends, is where we turn our attention to the Padres, the Brewers, and perhaps the Braves, right? The Braves have been rumored. to be potentially, according to MLB Network, getting out there and getting Shohei Ohtani. So yes, they're looking for an outfielder. Makes sense. Left-handed battery in Happ. Oh my goodness, right? The Brewers, right? They're always looking for help. They could use some help. And the Padres as well, looking for contention kind of stuff. They're trying to do something over there in the AL or NL West as well. So you go look at the Brewers, who are kind of sitting top of the division, 3 games up. Yeah, you know what? Makes sense. The San Diego Padres, second place in the division, comfortably 12 games back of the Dodgers. They are comfortably in a wild card spot. Makes sense, right? The Blue Jays, they've got a complicated situation within their own outfield and infield and catching position. They're second place to the Yankees, who are just going to run away with the division quite obviously by 11 to 15 games. Looks like what the margin's going to be. For the Blue Jays, you're trying to win this year, obviously, because you've got the team to do it. You fired the manager that wasn't going to allow you to do it. So yes, I get that. And that's where it's all around, everywhere. Makes sense. So it's one of those things, right? Is, you know what, for the Blue Jays, is it one of those situations where you're going to go out there and overpay to get a guy that's going to complicate things a little bit? Well, on one hand, it would be a plus for the Blue Jays to an extent. At the other hand, do you just look at Raimel Tapia and say, man, you've been doing exactly what we need you to do. We're not going to chance it. We're not going to complicate it. That's where I go with the Toronto Blue Jays aspect of it. For each of the other teams, trust me, I do not know enough. Trust me, I do not have enough time to research it and give you a 22-minute video on why all 4 teams make sense. But what I can tell you about the Padres is being in second place to the Dodgers, you want to be as good of a team in the NL as the top 3 in each division, or the top in each division, so as you are advancing on to the next round. You want to be that 4th team in the ALDS. That's the Padres' goal. For the Brewers, you want to be able to have a shot at winning your wild card series if you get there, or you want to win your division and be in the ALDS and not get swept. That's the Brewers. The Braves, obviously, they're looking to be in contention. They are 100% a team looking to keep going deep into the postseason as long as Ronald Acuna Jr. is around, right? And you got to think for them too, they're 3 games back of the Mets. The Mets collapse in the back half of every year that I've ever been a baseball fan. So appears the trend. This year, it appears a little different. They're on a 5-game heater over the All-Star break. Like, they are crushing it. And trust me, I strongly believe the Mets are a favorite this year, right? They, in fact, have only 5 less wins than the Yankees. And they beat up on the Yankees a little bit here previously in the past 5. So that's where I'm sitting on that, right? There's a lot to it that we can talk about and a lot that we can go over. All of those teams mentioned in there make absolute sense, and it's one of those things. You go back to the main subject of the tweet where you're talking about the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays, are they in a position to overpay for Ian Happ, who, again, I'm not sure what more he adds over Raimel Tapia that you don't already have, right? I guess maybe a little average, maybe a little bit more walks, maybe a little less this or that. But Tapia has come in and only gotten better as the season's gone on. So why risk complicating that when you could just kind of improve yourself in other areas like the bullpen and a starter, pay the prices there, and go out there, boom, go to the playoffs, right? That's kind of my look at it for the Blue Jays. So folks, let me know in the comments section below. There was a lot covered in this video. Like I said, every time I do the subscribe question, it's 5 to 10 minutes because you could run out of topics by the end of 6 minutes, or you could still be going and asking question after question by minute mark number 10. We're at 9:15 right now here in the video. We're going to head on out. Let me know in the comments section below what you are thinking, kind of geared towards. Obviously, it's going to be the first time this MLB trade rumor season that we really have Blue Jays fans engaged. So folks, if you're just joining us for the first time, let me know your thoughts. Obviously, you've heard from me in some capacity before on the Blue Jays stuff. Anyways, I'm Yak. Up on, out of here. Goodbye.